guarantee you'll go home smelling much better than the Royal Knights football players do.
No one delivers more of the products, technologies, and data-driven insights you need than the agronomic advisors at Simplot Grower Solutions. The Invictus brand, comprised of 3 innovative branded portfolios and exclusively distributed by Simplot Grower Solutions, is optimized to deliver products and solutions that help growers like you achieve their goals on each acre. Start with a strong foundation with Invictus Seed Solutions. Protect your seed investment with Invictus Crop Care products, and drive your yield potential with Invictus Bioscience products. Solidify your investments by reaching out to your Simplot Crop Advisor today. Simplot Grower Solutions, in your fields and by your side.
Just like Royal Football beats up on opponents, Fielding Law Group beats up on insurance companies. If you've been injured in an accident that was not your fault, give Fielding Law Group a call and join a winning team. You've got a friend in Fielding. Go Knights. Royal Dairy, dedicated to making the world's best ingredient, milk, for one of the world's greatest companies, Dairy Gold. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Royal Dairy, or check out our website at theroyaldairy.com.
TP Septic has been servicing the Columbia Basin's residential and commercial needs for over 30 years. We're here to pump you out. Or service septic tanks, unclog pipes, or drop off a portable toilet. We do it all. Call TP Septic today at 488-2844 or find us online at tpseptic.com. Be sure to also find us on Instagram and Facebook. TP Septic.
We're number 1 in the number 2 business.
Subway has so much new, I couldn't fit it all in the last ad.
Yep, so let me finish this. There's new hickory smoked bacon, fresh mozzarella, smashed avocado. You know what? There's a lot. But it all makes a better footlong.
Can I get a word in?
Sure, take the tagline.
Because you got to refresh to be fresh.
It's the Eat Fresh Refresh at Subway, and they're refreshing everything from how they make it to how they bake it to how they bring it to you.
This new Turkey Cali Fresh is incredible. Do you even eat bread? Steph, it's a commercial.
Royal Premix Concrete is a proud supporter of our Royal Knights. Please give us a call at 509-346-9202. We're happy to help you with all your concrete delivery needs. Business, agricultural, residential, no job is too big or too small. We cover the entire Columbia Basin. Our front discharge trucks save you time, money, and manpower. We're one of the only concrete companies in the area that offer these trucks. Next time you need some concrete delivered to your location, please call us at 509-346-9202. You'll be glad you did. Locally owned and operated, Royal Premix Concrete wishes good luck tonight to all of our athletes.
First round of the playoffs officially about to begin here on this Saturday afternoon at David Nielsen Memorial Field. Royal Knights versus the Bellevue Christian, and I knew I was going to do that.
Vikings. Hey, I did a little bit of research on the Bellevue Christian Vikings. Bellevue Christian Schools was founded in 1950, so that makes it, 71 years old?
Yep.
It's a Christian school. Obviously, it's in the name, but it's non-denominational. It was founded by Albert and Joseph Green. And it's in Clyde Hill. Do you know where Clyde Hill is? I had to look on the map.
No.
It's in Bellevue. It's west of downtown Bellevue. So you
down in the flat.
You got to go past the shopping area, closer to the water behind there to get to Clyde Hill. So they come into the game as the number 16 seed in the bracket.
And the number 2 team out of the Nisqually League, East Jefferson, was the number 1 team out of the Nisqually, and they're the number 2. They have a 5-3 record overall, 3-2 in league. Their wins are over Kingsway Christian, Sultan, Clahowya, Cascade Christian, and Vashon Island. Their losses are to Quilcene, which is a B school, and Life Christian Academy, and East Jefferson, who was the number 1 in their league. And East Jefferson is a amalgamation of Chimacum, which was a B school, and Port Townsend, which was a 1A school. So they've co-opted together.
And they're about to meet Eatonville.
Yeah, so at the same time as our kickoff will also be the kickoff between the number 2 seed Eatonville and the number 15 seed East Jefferson. Other games going on today. Toppenish and Mount Baker play and in Bellingham, so that's a home game for Mount Baker. That game doesn't kick off to 4 o'clock, so we won't be able to give you any updates on that one, but what's interesting about it is that's whoever wins this game here at David Nielsen Memorial Field will play the winner of that game. So it could be Toppenish and kind of a regional game, or it could be Mount Baker. Either way, it'll be Royal will be the home team. The other game that's going on today kicks off at 2 o'clock is the number 5 seed Kings out of the Seattle area hosting the number 12 seed Zilla out of the SCAC West, who we're obviously very familiar with.
We should be able to get some kind of updates on that as this game progresses, as they start an hour later than our kickoff.
Yeah, I should be also get some updates on that Eatonville East Jefferson game, although I don't think that game will be very competitive. So we'll wait to see how that one goes. Action that happened last night in the bracket. The one that's kind of the buzz right now, right, is Tenino, hosted Freeman. Tenino, the number 6 seed, Freeman, the number 11 seed.
8-man football. Just about. I saw the score.
Felt like it. It was 28-28 at halftime, and the final score ends up being Tenino 80, Freeman 55. But it was neck and neck until late in the fourth quarter when Tenino was able to score a few. And then what they do is they always go for 2. So if they're successful on a few of those, a 2-score lead ends up being ultimately like a 3-score lead before you know it. So Tenino with 80 points there. That's their first playoff win in a long time, long time. So they advance, and they will play Linden Christian, who beat Granite Falls by a score of 50-0. Linden Christian, the number 3 seed. Granite Falls, the number 14 seed. And that game was over by halftime. Linden Christian had rolled up enough points to be in the running clock before the halftime break and handled that game without much issue. Also on the other side of the bracket was Montesano and Riverside. Montesano's a 10 seed. Riverside's a 7 seed. I watched some of that game. Montesano almost pulled it off. They had the 20-17 lead in the fourth quarter, and Riverside was able to score a touchdown and kick a field goal to come up with the 27-20 win. So they're going to advance, and they'll play the winner of that Eatonville East Jefferson game. The only game on our side of the lower half of the bracket, the lower 8 teams on the bracket that happened last night was number 4 Lakeside of 9 Mile Falls and the 13 seed OMAC. That game was the 42-0 was the final score, but the truth is, if I remember right, that game was close at halftime, maybe even 7-0 or 14-0, something like that.
Okay.
And Lakeside was able to pour it on and pull ahead and get a convincing win. They're the Northeast A League champs, and they knocked out the Caribou Trail League champs in OMAC, so their season's over.
Well, we can pop over to the screen, I guess, and we're about to have the teams announced. Bellevue Christian being announced right at this moment.
At linebacker, number 9, Mason Hill.
Bellevue Christian, a run-heavy team.
11,
let's see if I can find my little stat sheet.
One observation that you pointed out earlier that I could point out as well. How many players do we have? 20.
I think it's 26 players on the roster.
And 22 cheerleaders. So cheerleaders didn't all make the trip, I don't think. I don't think there's 26 cheerleaders over there, but But that's what you get a lot of times in these private schools. You get
Sure.
whoever wants to participate
Whoever wants
gets
to participate.
to participate.
Yeah. So number 2, Isaac Britton will play quarterback. As we're listening to that, I'm going to give a little information on them. Britton as the quarterback has only attempted 39 passes all year, completed 26 of them. Only 300 yards passing on the season for Bellevue Christian, which means they're a run-oriented attack. And Britton, as quarterback, becomes part of that running attack. He's got 430 yards. Fullback, Neal has 614 yards. And then number 15, Austin Harrison, leading rusher with almost 800 yards rushing on the season, averaging about 7 yards per carry.
Now the starting offense for the night. At center.
Let's listen to the starting offense for the Knights.
Benji Guadarrama.
This will be the offense for the Knights.
At guard, number 64, a senior, Seth Jorgensen. At guard, number 70, a junior, Denton Jenks. At tackle, number 66, a senior, Manny Sandoval.
We talked about last week the all-league selections, and I could call out which ones got all-league selected, but pretty much everybody got first team or second team on both sides of the ball for the Royal Knights.
At receiver, number 4, a senior, Luke Ferguson.
Luke Ferguson coming off of a 3-touchdown outing last week against Natchez, 2 receiving touchdowns and a punt return for a touchdown.
At tight end, number 81, a senior, Gunnar Anderson.
Looks like Edgar De La Rosa will get the start in place of Caleb Hernandez, who's not active today. It's not nighttime, is it?
No.
And a quarterback, number 6, a senior, Derek Ferguson. Head coach for the Knights is Wiley Allred.
So you had an eventful morning this morning, Ryan?
I did. Had some family events, and I got a daughter home from college, and today's a good day.
I got some things off my to-do list this morning. Can you believe that? That is just not like me. Let's listen in for the national anthem.
Really no wind to speak of, and probably about a balmy 50 degrees. Just perfect conditions for late
it's supposed
fall.
to be dry. We had a lot of wet weather the last couple days.
But that gets dissipated out on this turf field, and so playing conditions are going to be great. The only thing that happens in this sort of circumstance is those little black pebbles tends to stick to a lot of things. Moms of football players that play at Royal or visit and play from Royal, I think, get intimately familiar with all the little black pebbles that get wedged into all the clothing crevices.
All the crevices.
Captains head midfield for the Knights. Number 6, Derek Bergeson. Number 64, Seth Jorgensen. Number 24, Eric Myrick. And number 22, Avery Ellis. Did you hear that roll off my tongue?
That was smooth.
Just like that.
That was smooth.
I'm determined.
Well, let's see how you do the captains on the other team then.
Well, let's see their numbers. Number 2, Isaac Britton. We talked about him being the quarterback. We have number 5, who's not dressed down, Rex Ryan, a senior wide receiver that's obviously injured and not able to play today. And as soon as I can see their numbers, I'll tell you their names. Got the coin flip. The Knights win the toss and defer, I should say, to the second half. So the Vikings will start this game on offense. So the other ones there are number 6, Colin Neal, a senior running back and linebacker, and number 15, Austin Harrison, a junior. I guess the SB would be some sort of a receiver, I'm going to guess. SB. Defensive back and...
well, he lines up in the slot. I wonder if it's slot back.
Slot back.
I wonder if it's slot back.
So the Knights will begin this game kicking off to the Bellevue Christian Vikings. Full 5-man ref crew.
Yeah, playoffs. We get a full crew. How about that?
Knights were slated to play last night, and Bellevue had, I think, more than anything, they had busing
transportation
issues, and so this game was pushed to today. So those of you who looked on Max Preps and were looking for the broadcast last night were out of luck.
Oh, Max Preps had it listed because WIAA had it listed correctly, but I had people from around the state text me like, what happened to your game last night?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you, Max Preps, for all the harassment.
High kick down to the 16-yard line, brought right up the middle, and immediately met by Dylan Allred and a host of Knights at the 26-yard line.
Drummond, number 11. There's 2 Drummonds, 11 and 12 on the team. One's a freshman and one's a junior. That was the freshman on the return. Ball out to near the 25-yard line. In fact, right on the 25-yard line.
As we said, look for a heavy run offense.
You folks at home, keep an eye out. Dylan Allred had a spectacular game last week after watching film that we didn't recognize in real time like we should have.
Yeah.
Keep an eye out for him today. Number 5, middle linebacker.
Knights will slide up those outside backers up tight, and they give to that inside boy, and he meets Avery Ellis. I see inside boy. Number 6 is Colin Neal. As they try that inside handoff for no gain. Avery Ellis from the outside linebacker / defensive end spot, depending on how they're deciding to line up.
Yeah. Guy they can move around, kind of a...
This is almost like an old 52 defense here, Mike.
Yeah.
This was my high school defense, the upright guys. As the play action...
Quarterback keeps the ball.
I think the ball might have came out, and the Knights say they have it. He tried to pull that ball out on the option, and through the mix-up of... the fullback probably holding on to it, and the quarterback trying to yank it back. Ball goes to the turf, and the Knights recover.
Yeah, that's a 4-yard loss and a fumble recovery by the Knights. I didn't see who jumped on it, but the Knights are going to have real short field. Who was that? I'm being told Avery Ellis came off the bottom of the pile with the ball.
Knights will start this game with that tight cluster formation on the left side of 3 receivers. Bergeson in shotgun. Give to Ellis, actually. Yeah, he does give to Ellis on that left side.
Following
pick
blockers.
And choose. Puts his arm down and gets driven out of bounds inside the 15.
I think he's going to pick up about 8 yards.
About 8 yards, yeah. Kind of runs out of field and gets forced out of bounds. They'll place the ball on the 14-yard line. 8-yard gain, 2nd down and 2.
2nd down and 2, my favorite.
We've got 2 receivers on the right. They're going to float it. Oh, that was just a miscommunication. I don't know if there was a linebacker in the way. I'd have to try to look at that again. Missed it. Got to get used to my replay down here.
Intended for number 7, Edgar De La Rosa,
just
on
behind
just a
him.
slant, just kind of a slant with some blockers out in front, and it was just behind his reach. So we'll bring up 3rd down and short.
Give to Ellis on the right side. Lots of room to run, and he's going to get in that outside to the right. Touchdown, Avery Ellis.
He gets around the first surge by Britton, number 2, and there's nobody else that gets out to him. So well blocked around the corner for a 14-yard touchdown. Number 22, Avery Ellis. He's got a 14-yard per carry average last week, so see if he can keep up that pace. Oh, Angel Vega
back after a few weeks off with some turf toe issues, and extra point up and good. Good for him. Glad to see him back as a senior. Extra point good. Knights lead 7-0 on the Sunset Spray scoreboard. You're watching RoyalKnightsFootball.com. I just noticed that our old Columbia Basin mainstay referee Dennis Duke doing the game today, I thought that he hung him up.
No, he's been doing
for football.
I've seen
he
him
did
a
for
couple times this
basketball,
year.
I think, for sure.
Hey, I'm getting a scoring update. Eatonville up to a 7-0 lead, and about the same time frame as the Knights have taken a 7-0 lead. Britton again.
Yeah,
he's going to get taken down shorter this time. Doesn't get quite to the 20.
Eric Myrick with the tackle.
Eric Myrick. Special teams.
Drummond with the return.
Burner gets down there in a hurry. He's made a lot of tackles throughout the season, and he stays on the defensive side of the ball for the Knights.
Elijah Jenks in the regular rotation for this game is Caleb Hernandez is going to sit this one out. Be ready in the potential win for next week as the number 6 running back, Colin Neal, gets driven out of bounds.
He's going to pick up.
He'll get a couple.
It's hard to tell where he went out of bounds, actually.
Looks like a 1-yard gain. Well,
wait, what are they doing? Moving the sticks to match the gain?
Yeah, I don't know.
There we go.
There we go.
1-yard gain for Neal. Neal typically lines up in the backfield right behind the quarterback, and he's in a 4-point stance, which I thought was a little bit unusual, a little old school there.
Knights
showing pressure.
There they come. On the outside, comes inside and does a good job cutting inside of his potential blocker, but Derek Bergeson on that pressure on the right side chased him down from the backside with Gunnar Anderson on the front side. Couple-yard gain at the 3rd down and about 7 out to the 23-yard line.
2-yard gain. First carry for Harrison, number 15, their leading rusher. He's a junior. Now, we would normally say this is a passing down situation. But like I said, the Vikings have thrown less than 40 passes at the entire season.
Motion across the backfield, play action.
Looking to throw.
Lets it go high, and it's going to get picked up by Dylan Allred.
He might
inside
make
and out.
Go with it.
They will drive him out of bounds. He's not going to return it back, but it'll get down to about the 7-8 line. Pressure, I didn't see. Was that Avery on the pressure?
Yeah, Avery was chasing him down, and he just threw it off his hand. It came off kind of like off of a dish a little bit, floated up there, and Dylan Allred with his 2nd interception of the season. And just as we said we were going to highlight him a little bit, he plays true there and gets an interception for the Knights. Another short field inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from about the 13-yard line for the Knights.
Second turnout early in this game.
We're going to call that the Valley Transportation turnover of the game.
Straight eye formation in the backfield.
Eric Myrick.
Get to Eric Myrick on the left side. He will get brought down inside the 10 after a couple-yard gain as Avery Ellis, the lead blocker, went to the right. He went to the left.
It's going to be a 4-yard gain for Myrick. Myrick's averaging over 10 yards per carry. He doesn't carry the ball a lot, but when he does, he's very effective with it. Actually averaging 12 yards per carry, 4 rushing touchdowns on the season.
Play action. Bergerson going to throw to his brother in the corner, and they got tied up and didn't arrive at the same spot between Derek putting the ball there, and he had time. He could have waited just a little bit longer, get Luke out of his break.
Yeah, I think he threw to a spot, and I think Luke got tangled up a little bit with the defensive back, I think is number 9, Mason Hill. Yeah, playing corner over there on the far side. 2 receivers wide to the right. There'll be man coverage out there. They're completely isolated.
This time that same play that he misfired on is going to be a touchdown, Edgar De La Rosa from Derek Bergerson. At least it looks like the same play. This time on target for their second score of this game and early in the goings.
De La Rosa, coming into the game, had 7 catches with 5 touchdowns.
Yeah.
So now 8 catches, 6 touchdowns. 75% of his catches are touchdowns.
Vega extra point is good. Sunset Spray scoreboard. Knights 14. Bellevue Christian. Vikings 0. You're watching RoyalKnightsFootball.com.
Mud, no problem. Bugs, no problem. Nasty road salt, no problem. Splash and Dash can handle it all. Our amazing features include undercarriage wash, hot wax, clear coat protectant, and 24/7 service. Our floor heat and automatic doors keep us open even on the coldest and snowiest of days. And to top it all off, unlike the Knights, our vacuums suck. We know the road to the Dome is a dirty one. Let Splash and Dash be a part of your game plan. Follow us on Facebook at Splash and Dash Car and Truck Wash for special promotional offers. Locally owned and operated, we truly care about our customers.
A little bit of an update. It looks like East Jefferson trailing Eatonville 7-0 and had a touchdown called back, a chance to even things up. Had a touchdown called back, so they're probably in a punt situation now deep in their own territory.
Cervantes with the kick.
Taking about the 10-yard line, going to try to throw back. Doesn't really work out too well, as they're actually going to lose yardage on that effort to get some open space.
Yeah, they tried to get it over to Drummond, number 11, and it's for that to be legal, it's got to be a backwards pass. And Eric Myrick right there to meet Drummond. That's 2 tackles in a row for him on special teams.
Yep, Elijah Jenks there as well. Another long field. The ball placed on the 16-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Vikings.
Yeah, so each time their field position has gotten a little bit worse after each kickoff so far. Eatonville scores. I didn't tell if they blocked a punt or returned a punt, but now they're up 2 touchdowns as well, trying to keep pace as this game.
This time the quarterback on the option flips it out to the running back. He's going to get chased down by Avery Ellis. Trying to see the number that was run.
15.
Number 15.
Yeah.
That's Harrison on the run.
It's going to be a 3-yard loss. And looked like he maybe had a little bit of a corner, but then Avery Ellis showing that he's not just a big body, that he's got some speed, some closing speed there. And he just drapes himself over the top of Harrison and brings him down for a 3-yard loss. Going to give to the fullback.
That was Neal, straight up the middle. Might have got a yard back. Looks like they get him back to the line of scrimmage, so he got 2 or 3 yards actually.
Manny Sandoval and Derek Bergerson getting up on the bottom of that pile. Again, the Vikings third and long is their nemesis for sure. The style of offense they run, they want to pick up 3-4 yards per pop, if not more, and have shorter down and distance, more manageable 3rd down conversion attempts. This puts him in a passing situation. We're going to see Britton in the shotgun, but he's going to hand it off. Denton Jinks.
Denton Jinks made sure that fullback was going nowhere.
Well, in fact, Britton pulled the ball and kept it.
Yep.
Because Denton was on top of the man he was trying to hand it off to. It's going to be Eric Myrick ends up getting the tackle, but Denton Jinks, junior nose guard, made that play happen. It's going to be a 1-yard gain, but still a punting situation.
Punt return team makes their way on quickly. Bergeson at midfield as they're going to. Is this their first punt? Yeah,
they're going to
try to fake it, and they're going to have a man there, and
it's going to come up short.
He might come up a little bit short.
That is Dylan Allred, who stays awake and makes the play, tackles it's a completed pass.
Made the completion, but Dylan chased him down about a yard or two short of the first down. Knights will take over on another short field on the Vikings 23-yard line.
Yeah, it ends up being about a gain of about 6. And a little bit of a trickeration there. I think it was number 7 who actually threw the ball.
What's to lose? I like the call, frankly.
Yeah, I don't mind the call. Fake the handoff to Avery Ellis. A little pressure, a little chase, but
caught by Jace Allred on that outside flat, puts his shoulder down, gets driven out of bounds just near the 10-yard line.
First catch for Jace Allred. Goes from the 23 down to the, where are they going to spot this ball? Right on the 10, a 13-yard gain. Jace coming to the game with 13 catches and 4 touchdowns.
We got a timeout
on the season.
We got a timeout by the Vikings. We'll take one as well. You're watching RoyalKnightsFootball.com.
From the most trusted name in the Columbia Basin comes Callahan Gravel. You'll love Callahan's rock-solid product. Multiple applications include driveways, roads, stackyards, and landscaping. A pothole's worst nightmare. Call Callahan Gravel at 346-2208 to get rocked.
If you want to be a winner, then get a turkey footlong from Subway. That's oven-roasted turkey, piled high with crisp veggies on freshly baked bread. So let's get out there and get those footlongs.
It's your family road trip, your limousine, your business. It's what you drive. Take care of it at Point S Tire and Auto Service. For tires and expert service you can trust. Get to the point. Point S, expert service guaranteed.
Knights have a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line.
A little bit of a scrambling defense, a little like popcorn defense here by the Vikings.
Give to Ellis around the left side.
He's going to get close.
Boy,
he's going to step out of bounds.
He steps out of bounds. Is the only thing that might have stopped that.
They're going to say he stepped out of bounds
way back
at the 6. Only a 4-yard gain.
Knights quickly up to the line.
Yeah, this defense really kind of popping around, trying to keep the Knights guessing.
Straight eye formation to give to Ellis on the fullback, and he's going to get his second score of the game. Right up the middle for a 6-yard touchdown scamper.
Yeah, his yards per carry isn't what it
I was going to say when you made,
but it's a lot of short field stuff.
Yeah, when you made that comment, I said if the Knights can somehow find a longer field, Avery might have a shot at that longer average. But so far their possessions have started inside the 30, I think, every time.
Yeah, pretty much.
And again, Angel Vega on to kick, play action fake, caught. Is that Avery
Ellis on the catch. Dylan Allred is the holder, so he's the backup quarterback as well. So he stands up, converts the 2-point conversion. I think sometimes the Knights run that just to tune it up and make sure that they're running it properly. And so successful there. We'll be back. You're watching RoyalKnightsFootball.com.
My name is Chris Culbertson. I own Colby's Greenhouse. We grow 3 to 4 million plants a year. We put 1 million miles a year on our rigs. We service a dozen farm vehicles. I've been a good Napa customer. This is the first business truck that I ever bought, so it's had a lot of Napa parts. One thing I like about my local Napa store, I just call them up and say, hey, They know who I am. I would recommend that anyone shop at Napa. Great prices, great availability, excellent warranty. Napa's the one for us.
Napa. Get the good stuff.
Okay, so what we have going here is Angel Vegas kicking the extra points and field goals. Oscar Cervantes, the junior, doing all the kickoff duty. He's been doing the last few weeks all of it by himself while Vega was recovering from some turf toe. But now that he's back, he's earned a spot to at least do kickoffs. He's done well.
It's be taken again right about the 10-yard line. Starts up the middle, breaks to the outside. He's going to get tackled by Dylan
Drummond
Allred.
again. Dylan Allred trying to match Eric Myrick. They each have 2 special teams tackles on kickoffs.
The 20-yard line.
They'll place the ball right at the 20, and that's where the Vikings will start again.
They've basically started it's anywhere between the 16 and the 25 on their drive so far.
Tight formation here to the short side of the field. They go that opposite way. The quarterback
pitches it late.
Pitches it up. Derek Bergeson going to scoop it up and go. He was trying desperately to get something to happen. And as he turned to kind of throw it, he kind of got altered in his positioning to be able to do it. It was not a wise call, but he's trying to do something. And it takes one bounce.
Well, he was being
Derek
tackled
Bergeson.
when he decided to flip that thing back. And I think Derek picked it up. We didn't look at our replay quick enough.
But especially when he was being tackled, as he went to throw it, he was being thrown down to the ground. So there was no juice on the pitch attempt.
No juice.
And so the Knights will increase their lead pending the extra point.
The Knights just scored in 11 seconds of clock time.
Yep. And that extra point is up and good. That'll make the Sunset Spray scoreboard read Knights 29, Bellevue Christian Vikings 0. You're watching RoyalKnightsFootball.com.
Just like Royal Football beats up on opponents, Fielding Law Group beats up on insurance companies. If you've been injured in an accident that was not your fault, give Fielding Law Group a call and join a winning team. You've got a friend in Fielding. Go Knights.
No one delivers more of the products, technologies, and data-driven insights you need than the agronomic advisors at Simplot Grower Solutions. The Invictus brand, comprised of 3 innovative branded portfolios and exclusively distributed by Simplot Grower Solutions, is optimized to deliver products and solutions that help growers like you. Solidify your investments by reaching out to your Simplot crop advisor today. Simplot Grower Solutions. In your fields and by your side.
Hey, do you think Ray at Valley Transportation will mind if we give a second turnover of the game?
I don't think at all.
I don't think at all. Turnover that time, a scoop and score. I believe that's the 3rd defensive touchdown by Derek Bergeson this year. Kai Jinks gets on the tackle, assisted by his cousin Gage Jinks. It looks like the two of them bring down the return man. It's been Drummond every time that they've kicked the ball to.
A little bit shorter kick this time, and Drummond actually made a good first move for that initial line. The initial line almost put their sights down on the 20, and they kind of overran it as he made that catch and got into that second wave.
21-0 Eatonville over East Jefferson. So we'll probably not give you scoring updates too much in that game since it looks like it's getting out of reach in a hurry as well.
Motion comes back the other way. They give to the fullback. He does make one nifty move at the line and kind of makes Manny slip off him a little bit, but allows the linebackers to come up and finish off the business. Yeah. But he does get forward for about 4 yards.
Yeah, give a credit to Elijah Jinks, number 15, the safety, coming up, helping on the run stop there. And then Derek Bergeson. I caught myself. I didn't say it all the way. Derek Bergeson coming over the top to make sure that tackle happened.
2nd down and 6 for the Vikings. The ball on their own 35-yard line. So really their best. This is the easiest view I've had because to my left is kind of no window.
There you go.
They're all right in front of me as they hand out to that fullback, Denton Jenks, right there.
Yeah, right there to bring Neal down. Neal's going to pick up 1 more yard. He by far has the most of the offense for the Vikings, but that's just 9 yards on 5 carries. 3rd down and about 5 here. Short side of the field here to the Knights sideline. Plenty of space up top, but a cluster formation.
Quarterback still has it, but he's not getting out of the grips of Dylan Allred.
Yeah, that was supposed to be an option there with Brock Ryan coming around the outside for a potential pitch, but that's what happened when they fumbled the ball last time, and it got ran back for a touchdown by Derek Bergeson.
Yard loss, so 4th down and 6 will put them into punt formation, and Bergeson again goes back, this time into his territory back on the 35-yard line.
Yard for yard for what Neal has gained, Britain has lost.
They won't get a first down out of this encroachment, but it'll move it forward out to about the 39-yard line.
Side judge on the other side throws the flag. He comes over to the white hat to tell the referee what he saw. They're going to do a little
and maybe they did jump.
It's not as clear cut then. There's a little bit of discussion. We'll see how it goes.
They keep pointing their thumbs in different directions, but
a snap infraction. So that means the center moved the ball, and that's why the defense came off sides.
Got it.
So instead of 4th and 6, it's going to be 4th and 11. The Vikings thought they were going to get 4th and 1. Instead, it's 4th and 11. Luke Bergeson back at about his own 40-yard line here to return this punt.
Good kick that he should be able to get his hands on if it doesn't go out of bounds, and it'll stay. He picks it up and just has to step out of bounds. So the ball back on the 30-yard line of the Knights. So they'll have a nice long field with 4 minutes and 9 seconds left in the first quarter to add to their 29-0 score.
By far their worst field position of the game.
By 60 yards.
So we'll see what the offense can do here with a little more space. Some more options here. You can't run any deep routes when you have continually 1st and goal in the red zone. Again, a real jump around defense here by the Vikings as they're trying to keep the Knights guessing on where they might come from.
Caught by Edgar De La Rosa on this outside, turns out, goes back inside, covered well, gets out near first down yardage, and if they're going to mark it, they're going to say first down, 10-yard gain. 1st and 10 for the Knights on their own 40-yard line.
Bergeson's completed 3 out of 5. Two of them have gone to De La Rosa. The other one was a touchdown. No defensive line. Pretty much you're looking at 9 linebackers.
There's a throw and a great
beautiful catch from the 40 inside the 30 to about the 20. Let's see where they're going to spot that. It's going to spot about the 26. So that's going to be 34 yards for Luke Bergeson on his first catch of the game.
1st and 10 on the 26-yard line of the Vikings.
And just in 2 plays, the Knights quickly, basically down where they've been all afternoon so far.
Bergeson this time in motion. Play action to him.
Little pressure coming. He's actually going to get sacked.
Yeah, he does get sacked as he held the ball, I think looking to throw, and ultimately was going to see what he could do with the ball and got caught up there by, was that number 7?
Actually ends up being a 4-yard loss. Derek has only been sacked twice all year. So, but I think that one honestly is probably a little overconfidence from Derek there. That clock in his head, he still has to mind that clock in his head. Held on to it for a while without either getting out of the pocket.
Give to Avers. He turns upfield and
he runs over Harrison. But Harrison makes the tackle.
Makes a good tackle, but Avery wanted a few more yards than that.
He's going to pick up 12 on that one. So 5 carries for 44 yards.
3rd and short.
Into the first quarter, Eatonville 21, East Jefferson 0. Another
Again,
carry
to
to
Avery Ellis on the left side. He is going to get brought down just inside the 5-yard line by Harrison again.
Harrison's going to be a sore boy in the morning. From the 18-yard line down to, where do they spot this? On the 4. So another 14 yards.
1st and goal for the Knights. Again, that I formation with Ellis as the up back.
Yeah, Eric Myrick in the back.
They give to Myrick with the lead and a good jump by the linebacker. Is that number 52? Jumps
52
that play,
Meyer.
Quinn Meyer, and drags Myrick down. He does get a couple of yards, but it's going to keep him from scoring the ball down there near the 1 yard line. Second goal from the 1. Same formation. Again, this time they give to Avery Ellis, and he will step in, touchdown for his 3rd score of the day.
7 carries, 59 yards, 3 touchdowns. He had a 3 touchdown output last week as well. As we await the extra point.
Big extra point is up and good. Knights 36. Vikings 0 on the Sunset Spray scoreboard. You're watching RoyalKnightsFootball.com.
Royal Premix Concrete is a proud supporter of our Royal Knights, and we're happy to help you with all your concrete delivery needs. Business, agricultural, residential, no job is too big or too small. So please give us a call at 509-346-9202.
Hey guys, Micah Chen here from Cascadia Preps. Looking for the best coverage of high school football? Cascadia Preps is your #1 stop for all things high school football, team rankings, game analysis, and weekly podcasts from around the state. Visit us today at CascadiaPreps.com.
Well, even though he's not kicking the extra points, Oscar Cervantes getting a lot of legwork in today. Knights with a commanding 36-0 lead. 2 minutes still left in the first quarter. And the Vikings just have not been able to muster much offense at all.
Chips that one right down to the 10-yard line.
This time it's Britton.
Britton has it, number 2, out to the 29-yard line. Splits some defenders and gets a pretty good return out to the 29.
Eric Myrick on the tackle, assisted by number 55, Mike Gonzalez.
Bring down Britton. At the 29-yard line, 1st and 10 Vikings. Minute 53 to go in the first quarter.
Knights have stayed in this traditional 3-man defensive front.
Long count. Britton has it. He'll turn it up on himself, and he has Myrick and Dylan Allred. Myrick's first night there.
Yeah. It turned him in, and Dylan came across to help out. It's going to end up being no gain.
No gain, second down and 10.
That's Britton that kept the ball. They pretty much run this, looks like, pretty much it's a triple option kind of a situation where they fake to the fullback and then keep it, roll out, has an option to keep it or toss it to the wingman that's coming around the backside.
Quick pitch. Ball's out of his hand and scoops it right up. And Manny Sandoval just bounces right into his chest. If it were the NFL, he'd have kept running because he kind of ran and twisted over himself. But the Knights will have their 3rd Valley Transportation turnover
of the game. Getting your money's worth, Ray. Getting your money's worth. Who was the ball carrier?
The ball carrier
Did it
was
get to the ball
whoever
carrier?
released out quick. It was probably
I think
it was Brock Ryan. Whoever released out quick, they did that quick pitch, and it kind of bounced off his shoulder pad.
That still ends up being a 4-yard loss, even though the Knights take over the possession.
Bergeson throwing to De La Rosa. He reaches forward inside the 10 down to about the 7-yard line.
When he reaches forward, that is a long body.
Yep.
He's got 3 catches already. He moves the ball from the 19 down to the 7, so another 12-yard gain.
Bergeson sprints out to his left. Will throw it in the left corner. Caught by Jace Allred. Touchdown, Knights.
Jace Allred with his first catch of the game. He comes into the game with 4 touchdown receptions on 13 catches. So got 2 catches already today. That one for a touchdown. We still have 41 seconds left in the quarter. As we await the extra point. A little bit of a high snap. Brought down well.
Yeah, good. Extra point's good. Brings us to a somewhat obscure score of Knights 43. Vikings 0. You're watching RoyalKnightsFootball.com.
Get the best and let them do their thing. That's what the Knight football team and Roots Full Service Salon have in common. Whether you're building up a state championship team or creating a style that your client wants, it takes time, knowledge, and personality. All of our qualified stylists at Roots are committed to making you look and feel your best.
Calling all Knights fans, Royal City's newest restaurant, Guard Public House, invites you to come on in for great locally sourced, scratch-made food with everything from burgers to pizzas, salads, steaks, and more. Open daily at 11 a.m. for lunch and serving dinner Wednesday through Sunday evenings. Located 1 block south of Harvest Foods. Happy eating!
Still in the first quarter, Knights have 43 on the board. Real consistently down, this time inside the 10 to the 8. Drummond.
Race Eilers does a nice job fending off his block and sliding out to make that stop. He's assisted by a few other Knights, including Andon Delfoe.
Cale Jenks again.
Cale Jenks again, and even Justin Smith, number 21.
These kickoff boys, they try to make the most of their every opportunity to get down there, and they kind of all got there together. It's kind of a race.
You know, yeah, a lot of those guys are seniors, right?
Yeah.
And there's so many seniors on this team that, some of them, the action they get is on special teams. There's plenty of opportunities, and they want to take advantage of them. Manny Sandoval gets back.
He must not have crossed the plane right away.
Neal gets slammed to the ground. We'll see if he gets a loss or a gain. Denton Jinks wraps him up like a bear rug over the top of him and mauls him to the ground. It's going to be no gain.
And we're going to have another timeout. We'll break as well. You're watching RoyalKnightsFootball.com.
All growers know that water is not only a key to life, but also a key to their success. The age-old question must always be answered: when to water and how much? Fortunately, the team at Principal Ag makes it easier to answer those questions correctly than ever before. Did you know that good soil water management also improves nutrient uptake and crop storability? Let them provide you with the data and tools that you need to make effective decisions in managing your resources and optimizing your production. They can help you monitor and measure your soil moisture, environmental variables, plant water use, and more with a suite of sensors and imaging tools that deliver actionable data wherever you are. The best part is that when you call, they answer. With unparalleled service, Gents, Mike, and the rest of the team are ready to meet with you in the office or in the field to provide training, insight, and experience. Your success is their mission. Visit them at principalag.com or give them a call at 509-731-4625.
Okay, so at the end of the first quarter, the Knights have a 43-0 lead. Technically, we can't be in the running clock until halftime, but
I thought that felt like a timeout situation. The clock shouldn't have been running right there, was it? I guess it could have. I guess it was following a run. So
it was following a run.
So instead of a timeout, that's a change of quarter. So we'll flip sides of the field. We'll have a 2nd down and 10 coming up from our right to left. This time the ball on the 27-yard line. First, or 2nd down and 10. Quick throw out here to the outside, lateral, but covered well by Jay Sarwood, and Derek Bergeson comes to finish off. He'll get forward for a couple, out to the 29-yard line, a 2-yard gain, 3rd down and 8.
That's the third pass of the game by the Vikings in, pretty much, barely into the second quarter. So that's above their average for sure. But the Knights have put him in these long down and distance situations. In fact, 3rd down and 8, you would expect that this could potentially be a passing down again for the Vikings. They've got the ball on their own 29-yard line. What do we got a whistle here?
I think we're going to have a timeout, Vikings.
Okay, they're going to regroup and make sure they've got the right play call for third down. We're going to regroup and play a few ads. We'll be right back. You're watching RoyalKnightsFootball.com.
TP Septic has been servicing the Columbia Basin's residential and commercial needs for over 30 years. We're here to pump you out. For service septic tanks, unclogged pipes, or drop off a portable toilet, we do it all. Call TP Septic today at 488-2844 or find us online at tpseptic.com. Be sure to also find us on Instagram and Facebook. TP Septic.
We're number one in the number two business.
Subway has so much new it didn't fit in their last ad, like this new and improved steak and cheese, loaded with our new tender steak that's marinated and thicker sliced on our new artisan Italian bread. Man, you covered up the footlong. The Eat Fresh Refresh at Subway.
Okay, we're going to declare victory for Eatonville. They have a 34-0 lead over East Jefferson, which means they're going to move forward in the bracket, and they will be playing Riverside, the number 7 seed out of the Spokane area, next week. Britton looks to throw again.
He does have a man open.
Oh,
It's
knocked
knocked out
loose
by Elijah Jenks. A good pop at the end. We'll call that the Callahan Gravel Rock Salt hit of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. That was well done by Elijah. He read that and got over there and popped him. We talked about Elijah having a good week last week. He leads the team in interceptions, and and he added one to that total last week. This time, instead, he brings the shoulder pads and knocks that ball loose.
It was well executed by the Vikings. They did get a man open and get the passed right to his hands, but disconnected the ball from the body on that hit. 4th down and 8. Ooh.
Nearly blocked.
Just about. I think actually Avery probably got a little bit of a paw on that as it will roll out of bounds near the 43-yard line.
Action's going to be right in front of us, Ryan. You're going to have the best seats
This
in the
will
house
be great.
right now, yeah? I don't think it's going to stay in this area very long, but
I wouldn't hope so, actually. But at least most of the action will be to my right this time, so I have a window in front of me instead of a wall. Then I stick my head out to see the action, and you can't see it through my fat head either. So
I didn't say your head was fat.
Well, I did. Knights, 1st and 10 from their own 43-yard line. 3 receivers up top to the Myrick's the handoff. He gets out of the first couple tackles, still breaks a few, but big number 79 comes down the line from his defensive end spot and stops Myrick at the 50-yard line after a 7-yard gain.
79's Brett Olson.
I say big 79. He is he's by far their biggest, strongest looking kid out there, and they don't have height and weight here, but
yeah, playing defensive tackle.
7-yard gain for Myrick. He's the running back this time with Dylan Allred in the game. He'll throw the ball, caught by Elijah Jenks at the 40-yard line, and gets forward progress into the 39-yard line.
11-yard gain. So does that mean we've seen the last?
Well, you know,
of Derek
as much as
Bergeson
you'd like to
on
see some of
offense.
these kids have some playing time, for heaven's sakes, you do have a goal in mind here, and one of that's not to get.
Yeah. Ray Seiler's also into the game at right tackle for the Knights, so we're going to start seeing some inside handoff to Delfaux.
Right up the
he
middle,
gets
left
downhill.
and right across the 30 down to the 24-yard line.
Harrison brings him down. But he gets from the 39 to the 24, 15-yard carry for Andon Delfaux.
Justin Smith in at tight end. Gunnar Anderson steps out.
Gage Jinks is going to come in at receiver. Also for the Knights at right guard is number 77, Nick Santillon.
Quick pitch to Myrick, follows his blocks, steps inside, pops to the outside, breaks a tackle,
Nice
still
balance.
on his feet down near the 10-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 11.
I think that's going to be
First
the 11.
down.
Yeah, 13-yard gain.
For the Vikings.
And Harrison having to make a lot of tackles for the Vikings.
Brian Cedillo.
Number 71 into the game is Juan Morales.
I thought I saw 60 in the game.
At left guard. Let's see who the left tackle is.
No, that's
the left tackle is 53.
Ray Seiler's a 50,
Asher
not
Garnick.
60, I thought.
That's right.
Benji Guadarrama still doing the snap duties as Myrick will pop to the outside and score easily from the 11-yard touchdown. Knights.
5 carries for 38 yards for Myrick.
Maybe we'll keep Angel kicking these extra points, get warmed back up after a few weeks off.
Yeah.
Right through. Sunset Spray scoreboard reads Knights. Supposed to say 50, I think. Yep, 50, Vikings 0. You're watching RoyalKnightsFootball.com.
At Napa Auto Parts, we know that trucks are as varied as their owners. From small imports and full-size pickups to vans large and small, even bigger rigs. If you own a truck, Napa has more of what you need than anybody. So no matter what truck you drive, we've got the part or accessory for you. Well, almost every truck. At Napa Auto Parts, you'll find the largest selection of different parts and accessories available anywhere, and the most knowledgeable people in the business. Great products, great prices, and great people. That's Napa.
Royal Dairy, dedicated to making the world's best ingredient, milk, for one of the world's greatest companies, Dairy Gold. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Royal Dairy, or check out our website at theroyaldairy.com.
Cervantes set to kick.
Quite a lot of new faces out on the kickoff team even, as Cervantes will still do the kicking duties. He punches it down again to the 10-yard line. Drummond, oh no, that might be Britton that has that ball out to the 25-yard line. Number 2, Britton returns it to the 26.
Race Eilers on the stop.
Ray Seiler's getting credit for that tackle.
From the 25-yard line.
We are not in the running clock, so.
No, not in the running clock. Just under 9 minutes left in the second quarter. Being that it's a state playoff game, I wonder if their coaches are allowed to make that gentleman's agreement or not. Up to this point in the season, there's been a lot of games where the Knights have gone into a running clock before halftime, but because the coaches have agreed and the officials have allowed it. Britton looks like he's going to keep the ball instead of option it to Neal. Dylan Allred's going to tackle him for a loss.
Dylan's still in there, but he's about to not be.
He's about to not be. 3-yard loss.
Mike Gonzalez in for Dylan, and
Oscar Cervantes also at linebacker.
France,
Number 20, Hunter LaFrance at safety. Number 8, the sophomore, Caden Allred, is at one cornerback, and it looks like number 40, Cale Jinks, at the other. Also number 87, Clinton Garnick, in on the defensive line.
Try to run that quick patch out to the outside. Cale Jenks there and gets tackled from behind as he also kind of makes the tackle.
It's going to be a penalty flag.
Yeah,
Looks like maybe it's going to be
it's going to be a block in the back.
Block in the back.
Or
that was actually
whatever they want to call it. But
well,
Cale
either
came
that
up
or
to
could
make
it have
that
been
play.
could it have been a face mask on the tackle? We're waiting to see. The officials are posing a little bit here, communicating.
Yeah, what I saw.
What's Mr. Duke going to tell us?
Going to tell us. Block in the back. That was Cale jumped out of the block and went to make that play and was drugged down from behind. And it looks like maybe the Knights declined it, so that'll be a loss of down, 3rd down.
Did you see who had the ball? Who caught that?
Well, it was a quick throw out to that far receiver, which might have been, is that 11 that's out there?
It may have been,
Drummond.
and actually that's going to go down as a run because it was the throw behind.
It was a lateral.
Yeah. Another pass
Wants to throw again.
there.
Does have time. caught by number 12 across the middle. He avoids that first tackle, but he gets back maybe to the original line of scrimmage. What number did I say catch that? 12? Was that
12.
Robert Drummond?
Pass complete out to Robert Drummond.
It's going to bring up
There's a
fourth
couple of
down.
Cars that are parked in the handicap parking
But they
lot
pick up
on
5 yards.
the fence line on the east side of the field.
Drummond's got 2 catches for 7 yards.
Please go move your car.
But it's going to be a fourth down punting situation here for the Vikings. And the sophomore, Caden Allred, going to go back to return the punt. He's going to be on about his own 40-yard line. Beautiful day.
Yeah,
no
just
wind whatsoever.
Clean playoff football.
I probably put on too many layers.
Kind of a spinning kick.
He's going to pick it up.
Picks it up. Allred gets up to his own 44-yard line, about a 4-yard return. Good sportsmanship on the field. Everyone helping each other up. They'll bring it out to the 45. So a 5-yard return for Caden Allred. Knights have the ball on their own 45.
7 minutes until halftime. Eatonville jumps out 42-0 midway through the second quarter in that game. It'll be about 10 minutes and the Zilla game will get going. That's going to be against Kings at Kings. So we'll see if we can find their broadcast maybe. I mean, that one's going to be more interesting to keep track of if we can find it.
Is Doug not going to be up there? Is that not
He doesn't do away broadcast.
They give right up the middle to
Andon Delfo.
Did he line up as like the single back?
Yeah. He's going to pick up 3.
Out to the 48-yard line. Second down and 7.
Second down, 7.
2 carries for Andon as Dylan Allred gets the play call from Coach Allred from the sideline. It's good for Dylan that they're on the right hash. He has less to travel to go get that play call in between plays. Playing both ways. Well, actually, I guess he's probably going to only play offense now from here on out.
Sprints out to his left. We've got flags on the field. I think that's probably going to be holding on the Knights.
It's going to be holding on the Knights, but it's also going to be about an 8-yard loss on the sack. So we'll see. They may decline that penalty. Be a 7-yard loss, and I think they'll decline it.
That's what they should do.
Yeah.
Park in the handicap spots along the east fence line.
Now they get it sorted out.
Well, really, all they need to do is
they're going to take it.
Spot the
Knights
ball.
are.
Oh, well, if it took place a few yards in the backfield, then it would be more than a 10-yard penalty.
So it remains second down. The ball's going to.
Boy, I don't think he was that deep in the backfield. But we'll see what the Knights do. See if Coach Allred allows the offense to be to open up a little bit here and try to get the first down on second down and about 23.
Sprints to his right. Lets it go wide open. Cale Jenks tries to stay in bounds. Driven out of bounds about the 43. So he gets back near the original line of scrimmage for a third down and about 12.
12-yard gain. Cale Jenks with his first catch of the day. Hasn't had a chance to play much offense, actually. He's been coming quick in the game a lot of times on defense, but not so much on offense. Nice get the catch there. 12-yard gain. Bring us up third down and 12 for the Knights. 42, is that Bennett Brown into the game?
In the game.
Just a 2-yard gain.
They try that little inside play, and it looks like the handoff kind of got up and down on him, so they were trying to get the handoff handled. We'll bring up a fourth down and 10. Knights will go for it.
Bennett has been out for a few weeks with an injury. He's back. That cut play that he runs on the JV, that same play is a bread and butter play for the JV team. Only picks up 2-yard gain. But the Knights going to go for it here with Dylan Allred at quarterback. Andon Delfo to his right.
Caught up the middle. That's Caden Allred. Across
that's a nice
into Vikings territory down to the 39-yard line. First down and about 6 more.
16-yard gain. to Caden. And Dylan Allred has completed all 3 of his pass attempts.
With the catch from Dylan Allred. First down, Knights at the Vikings 39-yard line.
So after second down and 23, the Knights convert.
Quick out to Gage Jenks on the outside.
Keeps
Stays
his
in
feet.
bounds. He'll get a first down after he's driven out of bounds. Well, let's see where they mark it, but he does get first down yardage for sure.
Looks like it's going to be a 12-yard gain.
Placed on the 28-yard line. First and 10 for the Knights.
I'm going to run out of room on the stat sheet for all these numbers, right? But Dylan doing a great job throwing the ball real accurately. Moving the Knights down the field with 2s and 3s in the game for the most part. Give to Andon Delfaux. He gets wrapped up about the line of scrimmage. It's going to be no gain. Give credit on that tackle to number 60. He comes up doing a little bit of flex there.
Nicholas Deschart. That's how it's spelled.
That's how it's spelled.
No gain on the play. Second and 10.
No gain for Delfaux. Brings up second down and 10. Knight's going to put 3 receivers out wide to the left. Delfaux stays in the backfield. Dylan's just going to keep it, try to get up the right side. Good block by Morales.
Cop from behind inside the 20, but I think he'll get first down yardage by 1 or 2.
Be awful close. They're going to move him, yep. From the 28 down to the
17.
11-yard gain. Gets Dylan out of negative yards after that sack.
Yeah.
And Britton makes the stop for the Vikings. Nice block out there, number 71, Juan Morales on the pull. Doing a good job allowing Allred to get loose and pick up that first down into the red zone for the Knights.
Lance Allred in at quarterback. Pitch to Jared Lee. Comes around that outside. Turns upfield. Looks like maybe about...
He's not going to get much. Probably needed to put his foot in the ground there and turn upfield instead of string it out. He's going to pick up 1 yard.
Gain of 1 yard. It's going to be
1 yard gain, second down and 9. And we might have pretty even teams out on the field right now.
So, Lance Allred is Dylan's younger brother. He's a freshman and a quarterback. The freshman team had an outstanding season this year. Beat the Okanagan JV game in a great game here near the end of their season.
Delfaux back in the game, play action to him. Lance steps outside, lets that pass go. Cop to, that's Bennett, isn't it?
Yeah,
down
that's Bennett
to the
Brown,
5-yard
number
line.
42 out of the slot. Well done.
They might not give him the 5, but close to the 5-yard line, so we will have a first down and goal at the 6.
First and goal from the 6-yard line.
So he went from the 16 to the 6, 10-yard gain.
You want to talk about your trickeration word? There was some trickeration by Lance on that play. He avoided 2 or 3 guys that had him dead to rights.
Hey, I'm telling you, you watch out for Lance Allred. That boy is slick. He is slick. Watch him out there on that freshman team, and he is hard to bring down. And him and a group of boys have lunch at my house about 3 days a week. He's got a pretty good sense of humor, too, and he handles my sarcasm fairly well. So you got to give him some bonus points for that.
Offset eye in the backfield. Delfaux, the 2-back. Give to him, lead. Ooh, he gets that ball. He pops that ball is down on the ground. He pops it right back up while he's running. He's going to get positive yardage to the 5 out of all the things that happened on that play.
It almost looked like he reached down to touch it to the ground, but it came loose and bounces right to him, where he picks it up right away. Just a 1-yard gain. It's going to bring up second down and goal from the 5, and the clock just under a minute here until the halftime break. So that being said, the Knights aren't going to call a timeout. So we'll see if they can get this play off. Have possibly one more, but this may be the last play of the half.
See if Lance recognizes that and makes it happen. Oh, he gets hit from behind. He bats it down. Yeah,
and took a while for the Vikings to get it.
Did the Vikings fall on that? They did.
They did.
So we'll have a turnover on downs. I kind of took my eyes and moved him downfield to see where he was passing it to, and didn't really realize he had pressure that close. But he got popped right as he was going to throw it.
I think he knew the situation. And wanted to make a play, knowing that there's a good chance that was going to be the last play of the half, and not able to come up with. The ball gets knocked loose, and the Vikings pick it up, and
just
with 23 seconds left, I gotta imagine that they're just gonna either run dive or take a kneel out and get to the halftime break and try to regroup and recover a little bit. Coming up, the Washington Fruit and Produce halftime show. He's going to try to throw the ball downfield. Pressure's coming, and he's going to get wrapped up. He falls forward, but 87 Garnick is going to get credit for the tackle. It's still going to be about a 2-yard loss. About a 2-yard loss.
So this half is going to end with the Knights taking a 50-0 lead into halftime on this first-round playoff game.
So listen, we'll recap before we come back out of the halftime break, but we're going to go to the Washington Fruit and Produce halftime show. Special treat, we're going to have an interview with new athletic director Travis Freeman, but we're going to play a few ads before that. We'll be back with you before you know it. You're watching RoyalKnightsFootball.com. Knights with a 50-0 halftime lead.
Mud, no problem. Bugs, no problem. Nasty road salt, no problem. Splash and Dash can handle it all. Our amazing features include undercarriage wash, hot wax, clear coat protectant, and 24/7 service. Our floor heat and automatic doors keep us open even on the coldest and snowiest of days. And to top it all off, unlike the Knights, our vacuums suck. We know the road to the Dome is a dirty one. Let Splash and Dash be a part of your game plan. Follow us on Facebook at Splash and Dash Car and Truck Wash for special promotional offers. Locally owned and operated, we truly care about our customers.
Get the good stuff
at Napa Auto Parts. We know you have a choice of where to go when it comes to get parts and accessories for your vehicle. We appreciate every time you choose Napa. More and more folks just like you are choosing Napa every day. And we like to think there are a couple of pretty good reasons for that, like Napa's quality parts, our national warranty program good at over 6,000 Napa stores, as well as thousands of Napa Auto Care centers. At Napa, you'll find quality, experienced people to help you find everything from which wiper blade or set of brakes is best for your vehicle to the best running board or shocks for your truck, SUV, or car. And when it comes to selection, we've got more different parts and accessories available than any other parts store, period. Go to Napa for quality parts, quality people, huge selection, and the best warranty in the business. Napa.
Napa. Get the good stuff. You want to win out there today? Then get a tuna footlong from Subway. It's 100% wild caught on freshly baked bread. Let's show them what you're made of. You're made of tuna. Go get those footlongs.
Now at Subway by
Royal Premix Concrete is a proud supporter of our Royal Knights. Please give us a call at 509-346-9202. We're happy to help you with all your concrete delivery needs. Business, agricultural, residential, no job is too big or too small. We cover the entire Columbia Basin. Our front discharge trucks save you time, money, and manpower. We're one of the only concrete companies in the area that offer these trucks. Next time you need some concrete delivered to your location, please call us at 509-346-9202. You'll be glad you did. Locally owned and operated, Royal Premix Concrete wishes good luck tonight to all of our athletes.
Just like Royal Football beats up on opponents, Fielding Law Group beats up on insurance companies. If you've been injured in an accident that was not your fault, give Fielding Law Group a call and join a winning team. You've got a friend in Fielding. Go Knights.
From the most trusted name in the Columbia Basin comes Callahan Gravel. You'll love Callahan's rock-solid product. Multiple applications include driveways, roads, stackyards, and landscaping. A potholes' worst nightmare. Call Callahan Gravel at 346-2208 to get rocked.
It's your family road trip, your limousine, your business. It's what you drive. Take care of it at Point S Tire and Auto Service for tires and expert service you can trust. Get to the point. Point S, expert service guaranteed.
No one delivers more of the products, technologies, and data-driven insights you need than the agronomic advisors at Simplot Grower Solutions. The Invictus brand, comprised of 3 innovative branded portfolios and exclusively distributed by Simplot Grower Solutions, is optimized to deliver products and solutions that help growers like you achieve their goals on each acre. Start with a strong foundation with Invictus Seed Solutions. Protect your seed investment with Invictus Crop Care products, and drive your yield potential with Invictus Bioscience products. Solidify your investments by reaching out to your Simplot Crop Advisor today. Simplot Grower Solutions, in your fields and by your side.
Okay, this is the Washington Fruit and Produce halftime show. We got a special halftime interview for you with new athletic director at Royal High School, Travis Freeman. Travis, I know you're busy running around pregame, middle of the game, end of the game. See you running around doing your job, but it's good to get you to sit down for a second and talk to us. Welcome to the broadcast, and welcome to Royal High School. It's not foreign to you, so we're going to have you tell us a little bit about anybody that might not know you. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm from Royal. Grew up here. Went through the Royal High School or Royal School District all 12 years. Kindergarten, K through 12. Played football here.
That qualifies as a Royal boy.
right, Royal boy. Wrestling. Track and field, a little bit of basketball every once in a while. It's good to come home. I think I graduated in 2003, 2004.
So you have experience, obviously, with the Royal Knights football program. What were you able to accomplish when you were playing on the team?
Yeah, I'm not sure on all of them, but I guess all 4 years played for Coach Allred. I don't know.
What were the years?
That's a good question.
Well, tell me the years. I can tell you what you did.
2000 to 2004.
2000 to 2004.
You won one state championship.
So was it a freshman when you won in 2000?
Played in one state championship.
Lost in one.
Won one, lost one.
Right, right.
And then semifinals my senior year.
Archbishop Murphy, wasn't it?
That's right.
Yeah. Dang, those guys.
All-state, offensive, defensive line, my senior year.
Okay, so
all that stuff.
Great, awesome. Then when you left Royal, you went on and played a little bit of football post high school. Tell us about that.
Played football at Whitworth. I guess it's university now. When I first got there, it was still college. We won league title 2 years in a row. My junior senior year, we were 11-1 both years. Made it to national playoffs. Got knocked out in the quarters or the quarters, yeah.
Good. Not good. Not good that you got knocked out.
It was a bummer. It was tough to.
But you got there. You saw some postseason play, so that's always good.
Yeah, absolutely. It was good fun.
You had some fellow Knights on that team with you.
My freshman year, Jeremy Scroggins was linebacker. Kind of, they had moved him into linebacker from his safety position. He was an All-American safety there. And then a couple of the younger guys actually joined me junior, senior year that I played football with my senior year. Ray Valet ended up coming up there for a year.
Okay.
Kyle Scroggins. I think that was it. Yeah, I think that was it for Ray.
Okay.
James Dykes.
Dykes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gotcha. Okay, so you finished college.
Yep.
You get a degree, I'm assuming, out of college.
Yeah, master's in a Bachelor of Arts.
Master's and Bachelor's of Arts. Okay, then what do you do next?
I ended up in Royal for a year. I coached under Coach Allred for 1 year.
Okay.
One season as O-line, D-line coach, and then I think I was varsity throwing coach for track or something like that. And then following that year, didn't look like there were going to be jobs opening up in Royal, so I ended up taking a position at Astoria Middle School. Taught there for
Astoria, Oregon.
Astoria, Oregon, yes.
On the coast.
Over on the coast, in the rain.
Beautiful and scenic, but wet.
Fantastic. As long as you're not there October through February.
Okay.
Yeah, coached football over there. Was head coach at Warrenton for a year as an interim position. Coached track and field for Astoria for a long time. Ended up being the offensive coordinator at Astoria after I finished up at Warrenton. And then I taught 7th grade language arts and history. And then my last 2 years, they pulled me out of the classroom, and I was the distance learning coordinator. So.
Okay. That's a brand new position.
New COVID situation.
Yeah, completely new invention, right?
Yep.
Well, you're out of Oregon, and I'm glad for that. Every speeding ticket I've ever gotten in my life was in Oregon. Too. So I have bad feelings, hard feelings against the state of Oregon.
Totally understand
for
that.
very personal reasons, deeply seated personal reasons. So the job opens up, athletic director here in Royal. We've had a little bit of turnover in that position and looking for some stability. What made you want to interview for this job? And tell me about how it's met your expectations in this crazy time.
It is a very challenging new thing that I think a lot of ADs across the state are dealing with. Initially, what drove me to the position was just seeing that turnover and knowing this is a place that I love, knowing that I had an opportunity to come back, see my family, spend more time with them, and then just give back to the community and the school that I came from and gave me so much. So that's initially what drove me to the position, and hopefully to bring a little bit of consistency and stability. Because, like I said, like you said, there's been some turnover. There's been a little bit of crazy.
Yeah.
And the whole new COVID situation. That
it threw a wrench in a lot of things. There's no doubt.
It is a tough job already. And then you add in that aspect, and it becomes a whole nother layer and a whole nother nightmare. When normally we're probably used to just setting a schedule and sticking to it and saying, this is great, this is good. And now, if I have a week go by that I haven't had to change the schedule 4 or 5 times, then I consider that a win.
Between schedule changes and official situations, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So, it has been a challenge. It's a lot of fun to kind of come in every day and have a new challenge, because really it is. You don't know exactly what you're going to come into, and it keeps it fresh and it keeps it definitely new every single day.
I would say this year is there's an expression I've heard before and I've used. I would imagine this year coming in, brand new athletic director, lots of sports experience, don't get me wrong, but had to be kind of like drinking out of a fire hydrant, right?
Pretty much, yeah. No,
you just got to put your face in the stream and get what you can out of it.
Yeah, and there's not really, there's some good resources and things like that to prepare you, and luckily, I've got some our District 5 representatives, Kent Anderson, so who's our athletic director forever, so it's great to be able to, shoot him a text or give him a phone call whenever I need to, and then reach out to a lot of the ADs in our league are phenomenal and very helpful. But there's no manual, there's no rule book or guidebook, and so a lot of times you come into a new situation as a new AD. I had never dealt with eligibility,
sure,
and all of the paperwork that goes with it, and all of the different forms that you've got to send to different school districts, and the tracking and processing of all of that information. And then, like I said, then you layer on the whole COVID situation, and it becomes an even pretty daunting task. Let's leave it at that.
Yeah, I imagine there's more paperwork than anyone would expect as an athletic director. It's kind of like my brother-in-law as a police officer is amazed at how much desk work he has to do just to keep up. So I imagine it's similar that way as far as athletic director as well.
Typically, it's a few hours of emails, and then it's into some form of paperwork.
Then you get an annoying text from one of the broadcast guys saying, "Hey, where's that roster?
Where's the roster?
Come on, I need that roster." Yep. Right? Deal with those guys; they're just unbearable. So
thinking of that, I still need to get my SCAC pass.
Yeah, you do.
I'll be in there.
Stop by and see me.
Well, it's great to have you back. And, if you can get through this year, you're going to learn so much in this year with all the craziness going on that hopefully in the near future, it's going to be a piece of cake. And we have this interview again in 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, whatever it takes. We're glad to have you. I know you're not perfect, but I have heard nothing but positive feedback.
I appreciate that.
And so maybe you are perfect. Maybe I've got it wrong.
Hey, I got a quick question. You've told me a few things in conversation with Travis, some of the dreams that I think he has for the program, and some of the things. What are some of the things that come to mind that you get some experience under your belt that you'd like to see happen here?
Yeah, our facilities are beautiful here, but I think there are things that we can improve on for sure. I'd love to get a new tower. That would be one of the things that we should work towards. We should build towards a ticket booth, new restrooms, new concessions, all that kind of stuff. Scoreboards, kind of all around, really. I mean, if you look at all of them, they could all use some updating, whether it's on the baseball or softball field or football field. And we just got this brand new gym and a beautiful facility over there, and we're going to take care of that and keep that thing as good as we can for as long as we can. And so we're just excited. I mean, obviously there's a lot of changes happening around here. So, you kind of also have on top of that COVID layer, the construction layer, which has made it challenging.
We didn't even talk
times.
about that.
Yeah,
we don't want to get our blood pressure up.
That's
We're not going
right.
to talk much about that.
That's right.
But it is kind of like, we're getting this brand new gym eventually. That's the rumor, right?
Yeah.
But like you said, it's kind of like when you do something in your house, you fix up the living room, you're like, the kitchen doesn't look quite as good as now. And so, you want to keep things improving. And this athletics program, not just the football team, the girls went to state in soccer.
Absolutely. First time since 1998.
Yeah, I feel like the athletes are doing their part. And so anything we can do to support them, we're all for it. So
absolutely. Continually build this place up and like I said, just take care of what we've got. Try and be stewards.
Great. Well, hey, great to have you back, and great to be able to interact with you. And if you ever need anything, we're happy to help out as well. And so I appreciate you taking the time. I'm going to let you get out of here and get back to your athletic director duties.
That's right. Go chase down some kids.
All right. Very good.
Awesome.
Thanks, Travis.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
You bet.
Royal Dairy, dedicated to making the world's best ingredient, milk, for one of the world's greatest companies, Dairygold. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Royal Dairy, or check out our website at theroyaldairy.com.
TP Septic has been servicing the Columbia Basin's residential and commercial needs for over 30 years. We're here to pump you out. Or service septic tanks, unclog pipes, or drop off a portable toilet. We do it all. Call TP Septic today at 488-2844 or find us online at tpseptic.com. Be sure to also find us on Instagram and Facebook. TP Septic.
We're number one in the number two business.
Hey guys, Micah Chen here from Cascadia Preps. Looking for the best coverage of high school football? Cascadia Preps is your #1 stop for all things high school football, team rankings, game analysis, and weekly podcasts from around the state. Visit us today at cascadiapreps.com.
Calling all Knights fans. Royal City's newest restaurant, Guard Public House, invites you to come on in for great locally sourced, scratch-made food with everything from burgers to pizzas, salads, steaks, and more. Open daily at 11 a.m. for lunch and serving dinner Wednesday through Sunday evenings. Located 1 block south of Harvest Foods. Happy eating!
Get the best and let them do their thing. That's what the Knight football team and Roots full-service salon have in common. Whether you're building up a state championship team or creating a style that your client wants, it takes time, knowledge, and personality. All of our qualified stylists at Roots are committed to making you look and feel your very best. We offer an extensive hair menu, teeth whitening, spray tanning, customized facials, sugaring, waxing, barbering, lash extensions, Botox, filler, and nails. We can do it all. So come in, tell us your vision, and we guarantee you'll go home smelling much better than the Royal Knights football players do.
Nice to hear from Travis. Thanks for setting that up, Mike.
Well, yeah, when I heard he was interviewing and some people asked me who was interviewing, boy, just the positive reaction of the thought of having him back in the community. So that was great.
Yeah, even though there's not a handbook and there's not a learning manual, there's a lot of opinions, and so he'll learn to navigate his way through all the, whether it's from parents to coaches to administration to the students, and like you said,
there's no shortage of advice.
No. Okay, do we have?
We do.
Halftime stats for the Washington Fruit Produce halftime.
Yeah, let's close out the halftime show with some stats here. First of all, for the Bellevue Christian Vikings, they have 17 rushing attempts for negative 12 yards. The bulk of that negativity is for the quarterback Britton, who's had a hard time, been sacked a few times, and tackled in the backfield with out the option to pitch it, when the defense has stopped that. The positive has been Neal, number 6. He has 5 carries for 9 yards, but when you add it all in, it's negative 12 yards rushing. They do have 13 yards, unofficially 13 yards receiving, 3 catches for 13 yards. And it's Harrison with a catch for 6 yards, and then Drummond, number 12, 2 catches for a total of 7 yards. So a net positive of 1 yard in the first half is what I have for the Vikings. For the Knights, 21 rushes, 119 yards, and 4 touchdowns. That's 59 yards and 3 touchdowns for Avery Ellis, 38 yards and 1 touchdown for Eric Myrick. And then we're back deep into the 2s and 3s to finish out the half. The Knights collectively have 146 yards passing and 2 touchdowns. Derek Bergerson in his time completed 5 out of 7. Dylan Allred in his time completed 4 out of 4. And Lance Allred completed his only passing attempt. So we add that up real quick. What does that add up to? 10 for 12. 10 for 12 for the Knights combined with those 3 quarterbacks. Knights are going to return the opening kickoff here to start off the second quarter.
Anthony Ayat sets the kick for the Vikings.
Knuckleball is going to get taken right there at the 23-yard line. Is that one of the Smiths, or nope? That's Case
Christensen. He's a sophomore. Now, is Lance going to be the quarterback the whole way out? Lance is going to get way more playing time than anybody on the varsity if he's going to play this thing out here as the freshman quarterback.
It will be running clock, so it will go fast. Lots of the Knights starters with headsets on, stepping in as coaching staff in this one. The give to the running back, stepping in and out. That's got to be Jared Lee.
Jared Lee is going to pick up about 5 yards.
Jared Lee with the carry out.
Kind of rumbling behind his line. Now, these guys don't have a ton of players to substitute, so I think we do have a pretty good substitute front line in there. So they're letting the young kids in as well. This time the fake.
Lance makes a move, but the safety, Britton, does a good job tackling him.
But he gets it out to the 45-yard line for about an 11-yard run. 1st and 10 for the Knights.
Didn't you, Lance? I don't have enough room on my stat sheet.
Looks like you need a bigger stat sheet.
Looks like it.
This newfangled.
My system.
You got a system, but the blue. I'm really set off here by the 16 years we've been doing this, and now we got a new. The blue container isn't there. As the ball goes down the ground, Delfo might he's not. He might get stopped for a yard short as the ball bounced as he scooped it up, and good coverage by the Vikings. 1 yard loss. 2nd down and 11. There's a famous blue plastic folder to carry all your paperwork and things that you use, and it's been conspicuously missing the last week or two.
Yeah.
It's been an upgrade. Out with the old, in with the new. Quick pass caught by Caden Allred out to the 48-yard line for a 4-yard gain. Will bring up third down and about 7. I don't even know if he goes by Cade. Does he go by Cade or is always Caden? Caden.
The 4-yard gain is going to be 3rd and 7 for the Knights.
That's like Caden Jenks was never really a Cade either. Knights send 3 receivers up top wide to the left. Allred sprints out to his left. He lets it go. Oh, it just pops up off the ground. If he got that ball up just a little bit, it would have been complete for a first down to Case Christensen, but he let that go right at the line of scrimmage and will bring up 4th down. Looks like they might line up in punt formation.
That would be rare.
Niebla.
Nathan Niebla sets the kick for the Knights.
Good snap. Gets the kick off. Does a good job. Good kick. High. Can be covered well by the Knights right at the 22-yard line for the Vikings.
Okay. Kings and Zilla going on over there in Seattle, and partway through the second quarter, I've got this broadcast now. Looks like Kings has a no. It's YouTube, I think, or live stream.
I just saw the camera swinging all over the place and assumed it was
well because they were on
cameras.
The scoreboard. They were on the scoreboard, then they came back.
Okay.
14-0 Kings leading Zilla partway through the second quarter. Try to keep an eye on that one for you. We've written that Eatonville game off. East Jefferson's going to lose. Eatonville's going to move on. Zilla Kings is an important one.
Oh, ball's on the ground. Picks it up.
Give to Neal.
I think that's Mike Gonzalez quickly on the tackle.
Nice tackle. It's going to be no gain for Neal.
No gain at 2nd down.
We're talking about names and how kids go by. Mike's name is Mike, and that's what he is, and is like officially Mike. He's not short for Michael. He's
not
Mike
short
Gonzalez.
For Michael. No Miguel.
Nothing.
He's Mike.
He's M-I-K-E.
He's Big Mike, as far as I'm concerned.
There you go. Oh, good coverage on the running back by Garnick, but the quarterback pulls that ball and gets forward. That's still Britton in there, isn't it?
That's number 2, Britton, and that may be their first down of the game.
Out to the 34-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Vikings.
Yeah, 12-yard gain for Britton.
Garnick stopped the run, and Britton was keen enough on that to get that ball out and keep it.
Tight formation here. Give to the fullback.
Give to the fullback. He escapes. Kind of tricked him up that time, and
he's coming
keeps
up.
It to fullback.
He's not getting up right away. He may be injured. Mike Gonzalez chased him down
He's holding an ankle.
And pulled him down and maybe twisted up his ankle. It's going to be a gain of about 7 yards. But he's going to come up, or not come up right away, actually.
Let's go ahead and take a break as well. You're watching RoyalKnightsFootball.com.
Mud, no problem. Bugs, no problem. Nasty road salt, no problem. Splash and Dash can handle it all. Our amazing features include undercarriage wash, hot wax, clear coat protectant, and 24/7 service. Our floor heat and automatic doors keep us open even on the coldest and snowiest of days. And to top it all off, unlike the Knights, our vacuums suck. We know the road to the Dome is a dirty one. Let Splash and Dash be a part of your game plan. Follow us on Facebook at Splash and Dash Car and Truck Wash for special promotional offers. Locally owned and operated, we truly care about our customers.
As Neal makes his way off the field, he represents over half of the total offense for the Vikings so far in the game.
Britton keeps that ball, spreads it out. Knights cover it quite well. They're not going to get a first down.
Slides across, and then who got him from the backside? Couldn't tell. They popped up pretty quickly. That may have been Clinton Garnick, number 87.
Third down and short yardage. Short yard for first down for the Vikings. Ball placed on the 43-yard line.
Oh, they're saying Gage Jinks was in on that stop. Basically playing outside linebacker, defensive end kind of a position here for the Knights.
Motion and then brought back in to stay. They'll give to the fullback. He'll
Different
get first
fullback.
down. Steps left and right as Neal made his way off the field. This is
They've
15
moved Harrison into that fullback spot. Going to pick up the first down, move the ball into Knight territory. 2 first downs so far on this drive after not having any first downs up to this point.
Harrison on the carry.
And the 2s and 3s that are in the game for the Knights, they they've got pride too. They don't want to give up any touchdowns. So let's see what they can do to try to slow down the Vikings here.
Britton keeps it, pitches it actually forward.
Late pitch. Going to be a tackle for a loss. And Oscar Cervantes, Justin Smith, and Gage Jinks, the triumvirate, all converge on Drummond for a 2-yard loss. No, that's a real word.
I was triumvirate. That was look it up.
Yeah. Tri means 3.
Yep. Umferent means successful.
No. I have to look it up now. Look it up. I'm busy. You look it up. Prove me right.
Quick pitch out to Harrison, who steps back in his tailback role. He does get around that outside, forward across the 40 into the 39-yard line. Near first down yardage, but it will come up short. 3rd down and short.
Going to pick up about 9 yards on the 2nd down and 12.
They'll place it on the 39-yard line, so that makes it about a 3rd and 3 coming up.
Triumvirate. A group of 3 men holding power. That was a group of 3 men holding power right there. Perfectly used. Triumvirate. Ooh, nice tackle. Let's see if they give him the first down. I think he was stopped short, but it's one of those deals where they may give him the first down out of a out of game situation as it's 50-0, running clock, 2.5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter.
Okay, I'm just seeing this text I got. We have some fans based in Holland, if you weren't aware.
Some Holland-based
fans. That would be
who might those be?
Carter Allred.
Oh, yeah.
He's wondering who the All-League team were. And I'll suffer
wasn't
you the
he on last week?
Well, I don't know.
Where were you at last week,
If you're
pal?
still on there, Carter, I will let you know that all the starting offense and defense were either first team or second team.
Of the 22 positions, 21 of them were either first team, second team, or honorable mention.
Quick pitch out on the outside. He just makes a good move and gets driven out of bounds by Peyton Livingston, but not till he's made about a 15-yard gain.
Bellevue Christian fans over there come to life as they get inside the red zone of the Knights for the first time.
I was going to say it earlier. They have a pretty good following of parents and fans over here. A bigger contingency all the way from the west side for this playoff game than we see from 30 miles away sometimes for a night game. So good for them. This is a big deal for them. What did you say the last time they were in the playoffs was maybe
I don't know if they
it.
have. I couldn't find it, so I don't know if they have actually.
Long count for Britton.
Inside handoff to Harrison.
That's stopped by Justin
Smith. Great job. Give me a tackle for a half-yard loss, maybe a full-yard loss. 2nd down and 11 now. A minute left in the 3rd quarter with the running clock. And this Knights defense trying to do what they can to prevent giving up any points. 74 Edgar Hernandez in at defensive tackle.
Complete to Harrison out there, brought down immediately on that quick out. Is that Gage Jenks, one of the Knights?
There for the defense. Pass complete, number 15, Austin Harrison.
It may be the end of the 1st quarter. Yeah, end of the 1st quarter at Kings with a 14-0 lead over Zilla.
Okay, well, tell me the word you said again.
Triumvirate.
Triumvirate means The one that you're using is a coalition of 3 magistrates or rulers for joint administration.
Well, it says 3 men of power.
Of power and authority.
An authority. Yeah.
And that's what the Knights showed there on that. Is this third?
You guys
I believe you.
You
I
guys
totally believe
have
you.
to quit questioning me. If you're not careful, I might start using more of my vocabulary. The breadth and depth of my vocabulary.
It's a superfluous, right? Let's take a quick break. Going into the fourth quarter, the Knights still lead by a score of 50-0. You're watching RoyalKnightsFootball.com.
Get the best and let them do their thing. That's what the Knight football team and Roots Full Service Salon have in common. Whether you're building up a state championship team or creating a style that your client wants, it takes time, knowledge, and personality. All of our qualified stylists at Roots are committed to making you look and feel your best.
Royal Premix Concrete is a proud supporter of our Royal Knights, and we're happy to help you with all your concrete delivery needs. Business, agricultural, residential, no job is too big or too small. So please give us a call at 509-346-9202.
Okay, it's going to be 3rd down and 7 here for the Vikings. Ball on the 16-yard line.
We've got some starters back in here on the line. I can see on the offensive line as they're trying to start here is Oscar Cervantes and Mike Gonzalez on stop to Harrison.
2 middle linebackers getting up and making that play. It's going to be a gain of about 3 or 4. It's going to bring up 4th down and
about 2.
A long 2 here. Ball on the 11-yard line.
They need to get to the 9.
We'll see if they have any trickeration in their playbook.
Harrison directly behind quarterback. That play action.
He's going to keep the ball.
Keep it, and he is.
He's probably going to get it. He's probably going to fall forward and get it. It's going to be 1st and goal.
Mike Gonzalez there to try to stop him, but as he read the lineman and followed his center, got just enough for a 1st and goal.
1st and goal here early in the 4th quarter. Clock continues to run. The Knights scored all of their points in the first half. And in fact, they scored all of their points in the first with 9 minutes to go in the first half. So a quarter and another 3 minutes. The Knights put up 50 points.
Britton gets flushed out of his pocket to the left. He floats it up in the air, and it's going to be out of bounds, falls incomplete.
Yeah, Harrison makes an attempt at it, tries to drag his feet, but it was too far out of bounds for him to be able to get a hold of. A couple guys putting some pressure on, trying to chase Britton down. Looked like number 21, Justin Smith, one of those guys. So incomplete pass brings up 2nd down and goal. Ball on the 8-yard line.
Looks like Caleb Hernandez's official capacity here today is the treat provider. He must have an absolute huge pocket full of something because he keeps. I don't know if it's. I doubt it's sunflower seeds because I don't think they let these boys chew sunflower seeds and spit them on the sideline.
Sweatshirt full of treats. Britton throws the ball to Harrison.
He is met by. I want to see who that front guy is because it's real good coverage. That was Mike again, I think.
Yeah, Mike Gonzalez showing out, having a great time, opportunity when he's in the game. And, he rolled out to the short side of the field and threw it to the short side of the field. So defense was already flowing in that direction. I think Britton was really just trying to get rid of that ball. And it's going to be a loss. Pushes them from the 8 back to the 12-yard line. 3rd down and 12. Knights got to put up 2 more defensive stops here to hold the Vikings out of the end zone and preserve the shutout.
Step back in shotgun. Give.
O'Neal's back in the game. Give to him.
Britton still has it. Good trickeration there. Britton, good deception on the handoff, and they're able to get in there from the. What was that from? About the
13. The 12.
In there for a 12-yard touchdown scamper by the quarterback.
Yeah, good ball handling there as he faked the handoff to Neal and kept it around the right side. and is able to put some points on the board. They're going to score a touchdown against this Knights defense. Granted, not the varsity, and a lot of 2s and 3s in the game, but for the Vikings, they're going to close out the season with a little bit of a gem there, being able to score a touchdown on the number 1 seed team in the state.
Extra point on the toe puncher. Comes up a little bit short. I call him the toe puncher because that was me in high school, and that was the old way. Not very many people kicked it like
soccer
you do
style
nowadays. So it'll stay 6, Knights 50, Vikings 6. You're watching RoyalKnightsFootball.com.
From the most trusted name in the Columbia Basin comes Callahan Gravel. You'll love Callahan's rock-solid product. Multiple applications include driveways, roads, stackyards, and landscaping. A pothole's worst nightmare. Call Callahan Gravel at 346-2208 to get rocked.
Royal Dairy, dedicated to making the world's best ingredient, milk, for one of the world's greatest companies, Dairy Gold. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Royal Dairy, or check out our website at theroyaldairy.com.
If you want to be a winner, then get a turkey footlong from Subway. That's oven-roasted turkey, piled high with crisp veggies on freshly baked bread. So let's get out there and get those footlongs.
Vikings set to kick off. It'll only be their second kickoff. They kicked off to the Knights to start the second half, and they score a touchdown here in the fourth quarter, trail the Knights 50-6. Going to be a short kick picked up by Gage Jenks. He's going to bounce around the sideline, get knocked out of bounds just outside the 30-yard line, 31-32. We'll see where they mark it. Hey, it's time we start talking about a few things. The DAC Consulting Defensive Player of the Game. I've got a name in mind. I think he's had 2 great performances in a row.
I think we neglected to pick up on it last week. And for the opportunities that he had, not only that, on special teams.
Special teams tackles. And I know we're talking about defensive player, but he's completed all 4 of his pass attempts as well.
We're talking about Dylan Allred. If you haven't figured that out yet. Yeah. But as Lance pulls that down, escapes would-be tacklers out across the 40 to the 41, 11-yard scamper by the freshman quarterback for a first down.
So that's going to be not only our nominee, but that's who we're going to choose as our DAC Consulting Defensive Player of the Game. Number 5, middle linebacker, leads the team in tackles, Dylan Allred, a junior. So great experience for him now and building for the future as well. He's a guy that at the beginning of the season, Coach Allred said, hey, I just got to get him on the defensive side of the field. He's an all-state level guy, and he's proving that right now.
Quick pitch. That is to number 18, Alexis Gonzalez, who carries that ball.
Yeah, not able to get much going there, but he's got some great speed and great athleticism, even though he gets tackled for a loss there. Okay, let's talk about...
Offensively speaking, tire performer of the game, offensive side of the ball. It kind of starts with the game started with handing the ball to Avery and just letting that run game get established. So Avery, obviously, with 3 touchdowns, and how many yards did he end up with?
59 yards, but nobody has. He's got the most.
Nobody has,
right? Nobody has very much.
When you start at the 23-yard line, you don't rack up a lot of offense. Here comes. Yeah, that's
a blitz, but I'm not sure he didn't leave early.
Boy,
no flag thrown. But that would have been timed perfectly if it wasn't an offside. So that's what they're going to rule. 52 Meyer
snuck there in the A gap and got to Lance before he had a chance to get that ball away. So big loss.
Cowbells going over there, and the fans on the other side. Let's see, other guys to talk about. Eric Myrick had a rushing touchdown, 38 yards on 5 carries. A little more opportunity than he's had in the past to do that, especially with Caleb Hernandez out, who also plays running back behind Avery Ellis. Talk about a few more here in between plays.
Lance, let's go. And number 7, Brock Ryan, jumps in front of that pass, but it falls incomplete.
Intended for 25, Dorsing. Kings, number 24, running a long touchdown here to put some more points up against Zilla. Not sure if that was an offensive play or a defensive play. Just saw it
Now,
out
who
of the
does
corner of
Kings
my
run
eye.
into? Do they run into
They're the number
Linden Christian?
They're
if
the
they
number
win?
5, so they would actually run into Lakeside.
Lakeside. Okay, they're on our side of the bracket.
They're on
That's
our
right,
side of
I
the
forgot
bracket.
about that.
They're on our side of the bracket.
Here comes a punt attempt and gets it away.
Nice punt.
Back to the 35-yard line.
Drummond.
And gets tripped up by
That's Jason.
Caden.
Caden, little brother Caden.
So I'm going to throw another offensive name out there. We have, what did he throw, 8 for 10? How many passes did Dylan complete when he came into?
Oh, Dylan was 4 for 4.
4 for 4, perfect on his pass attempts, and I'm guessing that was complete for some yards. He didn't get a touchdown pass, did he?
Another one that should be in the mix, talked about, is Edgar De La Rosa. He had 7 catches coming into the game. He had 3 catches for 31 yards and a touchdown today. So early on, he was kind of a go-to guy for the Knights. So as the Vikings call timeout, we're going to go to a timeout too. Let these performer of the game options marinate during the timeout, Ryan. We'll have to make a decision. You're watching RoyalKnightsFootball.com.
Just like Royal Football beats up on opponents, Fielding Law Group beats up on insurance companies. If you've been injured in an accident that was not your fault, give Fielding Law Group a call and join a winning team. You've got a friend in Fielding. Go Knights.
Calling all Knights fans. Royal City's newest restaurant, Guard Public House, invites you to come on in for great locally sourced, scratch-made food with everything from burgers to pizzas, salads, steaks, and more. Open daily at 11 a.m. for lunch and serving dinner Wednesday through Sunday evenings. Located 1 block south of Harvest Foods. Happy eating!
Knights get their defense onto the field. 4:47 left to go in this game. 1st and 10 for the Vikings from their own 38-yard line. Britton keeps that ball. And there was a whistle.
What was that?
I don't know what that was. That was really weird. And
There's
the
a whistle
kids don't
blowing.
even know what to do.
It doesn't matter. The whistle blew. You're not going to run for a touchdown. Inadvertent whistle, though, I believe. We're going to see what they decide to do. They typically don't do a do-over. Typically, wherever the ball was is where they... Oh, they're going to replay the play.
They're going to replay first down.
Okay, fair enough. Doesn't bother me. Okay, so in the timeout break, you mentioned Edgar De La Rosa.
I mentioned, Edgar had some quick slants. They established that real quick. He had a touchdown back into getting a chance to be some focus in the offense, where he didn't really get a chance to even do that last week, as the Knights were able to throw the ball some early in this game. So he would be in high consideration as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we've given it to Avery.
We have.
We've given it to Derek.
Yep.
We haven't given it to Eric, and we haven't given it to Edgar. Those are the 2 guys I've winnowed it down to. I'm going to let you make the final decision.
I'm going to say in today's game, some more opportunities to have some standout offensive play would fall into the camp of Edgar De La Rosa today.
Okay.
And let's give Eric a little talking to during the week and make sure he needs to know
how close he was,
and
to the honor, the great prestigious honor. So Edgar De La Rosa we're gonna have a delay a game penalty here against the Vikings. Edgar De La Rosa is going to be your Performance Tire Performer of the Game, and Dylan Allred's going to be your DAC Consulting Defensive Player of the Game. So congratulations to those guys. Congratulations to the Knights winning a first-round playoff game. And, it kind of is old hat for these guys, but the truth is, that is an achievement regardless. There's a lot of schools that would love to be able to get into the playoffs and win a playoff game. So congratulations to the Knights. Even though there's still a few minutes on the clock, this is a foregone conclusion.
Kind of a triple pass, and
nice tackle.
Caden Allred comes up and makes a great play on Drummond. And the quarterback flipped it to a guy who flipped it to a guy who flipped it to a guy.
Number 7, Brock Ryan, is in, I believe, at quarterback. Anyway, a procedure penalty against the Vikings. It's going to be declined. It's going to be a loss of 1 and bring up 3rd down and 11 for the Vikings. Let's see. We got some Valley Transportation turnovers of the game. We got a Callahan Gravel rock solid hit of the game.
We did.
I think we checked all the boxes.
We have a fan that touched base with me that expressed that the classes he took in high school, you would never have a word like triumvirate taught. So, eliminating himself from.
Does this person? Does their social media presence start with their IQ as part of their sign-on?
This person, I am quite certain that there is zero social media presence.
Okay.
So,
okay.
This is a direct.
Well, maybe they are smarter.
I'm going to protect him. I'm going to protect him.
Oh, you are going to protect him. Triumvirate.
Yep.
Hey, triumvirate is a word used in one of my favorite movies. So I Married an Axe Murderer. Yeah, when his dad talks about the triumvirate that rules the world, and Colonel Sanders is part of the triumvirate that rules the world. He puts an addictive substance in your chicken that makes you crave it.
I need to watch this movie. I was pestered incessantly on a car ride by John Klefbeck. Said this is one of the greatest movies
The Colonel
ever.
puts an addictive substance in your chicken that makes you crave it fortnightly. And he is part of the triumvirate that rules the world.
That sounds like Mike Myers writing is what that sounds like. Oh, open, caught by Drummond, cross midfield into Knight territory down to the 44-yard line.
Drummond by far with the most catches for the Vikings. They get into Knight territory with the clock running under a minute. And quarterback that time, Ryan, just throw the ball deep with some pressure coming as he was rolling to his left and able to get that completed.
Down to 55 seconds in running for this game. The Knights look like they're to be taking on probably, well, I guess we don't know that. No, we don't know that yet because that's the winner of Mount Baker and Toppenish.
And that game doesn't start till 4 o'clock, so we won't be able to give you, another deep throw. That one's going to be intercepted.
Is that by Case Christensen? And he gets tripped up right as he gets out of
Case or Caden?
claws.
No, it's Case. Those 8s and 9s look pretty similar. That's Case Christensen in there at defensive back with the interception.
The Knights
will prevent the Vikings from getting another score, and I believe the clock's just going to run out here.
Yeah.
I'm not sure the Knights will even need to run a play as they're going to jog to the sideline. And they're going to move on into the second round of the state playoffs. There's a good chance that game is going to be a home game, but we're not 150% sure. So keep an eye on social media. Follow the Royal Knights Athletics page on Facebook. We'll try to keep you updated. Knights will play the winner of Toppenish and Mount Baker, the 8 and 9 seed. That game starts at 4 o'clock. So, and I believe it's going to be broadcast probably on YouTube. If you look at Whatcom County or Whatcom Valley Sports, something like that, I think they're going to broadcast that game on YouTube. So try to watch that. Follow along if you can. Looks like the Eatonville Cruisers are going to move on in today's action, and it looks like maybe if we hang here for a minute, it looks like Zilla may be threatening here.
What's the score there?
Last I knew it was 21-0 Kings.
Congratulations to Bellevue Christian for a
Let's
good
see.
season.
If they do end up scoring here, then I am sure we will get a flash at the scoreboard. We'll wait for that. Hold on.
Okay.
Anticipation. And then we'll be able to
check to make sure where it's going to be and when.
see what that looks like. The kick is good. And as the camera makes me dizzy and flashes to the scoreboard, look away.
They're looking.
Till it comes.
Go down, come down, over. There we go.
We missed it.
They're trying to find it. There it is.
Oh, they're saying 14-7.
14-7, so we got a close game there.
With about 2 minutes and 41 seconds left in the second quarter, so not quite to halftime. So maybe when it looked like Kings had a long run for a touchdown, maybe there was a penalty that called that back. So 14-7 Kings with 3 minutes left essentially in the first half. That'll be an interesting one because that could be the winner of that is on our side of the bracket.
Right.
And we'll match up against Lakeside and potentially be a semifinal opponent if the Knights keep doing the work they need to do. Next week they'll play the winner of Mount Baker Toppenish and keep moving forward. Looks like everybody came out healthy today. I think that's probably one of the big goals. So Any parting thoughts before we let things go?
Nope. Knights victorious here today, 50-6, and we certainly will be back next week. We'll just see where that game ends up being.
Thanks for watching, and we will see you next week.